Welcome back to Anfield Vibes, your number one home for all the breaking Liverpool transfer stories, drama-filled deadline day sagas, and every inside scoop that keeps the football world talking. And today, buckle up Reds fans, because what I'm about to tell you could go down as one of the most frustrating near misses of Liverpool's entire summer transfer window. Yes, I'm talking about the Marc Guehi transfer saga, a story that had everything: hope, excitement, shock, heartbreak, and ultimately a collapse that nobody saw coming. So, why exactly did Liverpool's $47 million, $35 million deal for Marc Guehi collapse even after the deal sheet was submitted? Why did Crystal Palace refuse to let their captain go? And what does this mean for Liverpool's defense going forward this season? Stick with me, because I'm breaking down every twist and turn of this dramatic deadline day tale. Let's start from the top. On transfer deadline day, Liverpool finally made their big defensive move. After weeks of rumors linking the Reds to several center-backs, including Gonçalo Inácio, Piero Hincapié, and even a cheeky mention of Antonio Silva, it was Marc Guehi who emerged as the priority. Liverpool and Crystal Palace struck a deal worth around $47 million, $35 million, for the 24-year-old defender. This wasn't just another signing. This was Jurgen Klopp's way of reinforcing a backline that has looked vulnerable at times. Guehi, an England international, captain of Palace, strong in duels, composed on the ball, he was supposed to be the missing piece. For Liverpool fans, the mood instantly shifted to excitement. Finally, we've got our man, many thought. Social media went into meltdown. The Reds had submitted the deal sheet, and it looked like everything was set to go through. But then, it all fell apart. Here's where it gets interesting. Crystal, Palace boss Oliver Glasner had been clear from the start. He didn't want to lose his captain unless a suitable replacement could be found. And while Palace did manage to sign Jaydee Canvot, a talented 19-year-old defender from Toulouse, the youngster was never seen as an immediate replacement for Guehi. Glasner knew that if he let Guehi go without a proper successor in place, Palace's defense could crumble. So, despite Liverpool's offer, despite Guehi's desire to make the move, despite the deal sheet being on the table, Palace pulled the plug. And just like that, Liverpool's late swoop for Guehi was dead. Imagine this. The deal sheet is submitted. You've seen Fabrizio Romano typing his famous, "Here we go," and then suddenly it collapses. That's exactly what happened to Liverpool fans on deadline day. For weeks, Red supporters had been crying out for defensive reinforcements. Virgil. Van Dijk is still immense, but he's not getting younger. Ibrahima Konaté, while brilliant, has struggled with injuries. Joe Gomez and Jarell Quansah provide depth, but neither is seen as the long-term answer. Marc Guehi looked perfect. Premier League proven, strong leadership qualities, and available at a relatively reasonable price. To lose him at the final hurdle left fans absolutely gutted. So where does this leave Liverpool? First, it shows just how ruthless and unforgiving the transfer market can be. Even when a deal looks done, even when the paperwork is lined up, all it takes is one stubborn club, one manager saying no, and everything falls apart. Second, it highlights a deeper issue. Liverpool need to plan their transfer business earlier, not wait until the final day of the window to make decisive moves. Palace weren't going to be bullied into selling their captain without a plan, and Liverpool simply ran out of time. Third, it puts massive pressure on Klopp's current defenders. Guehi won't be walking through the doors of Anfield anytime soon. That means Van Dijk, Konaté, Gomez, and Quansah have to stay fit and consistent if Liverpool want to compete on all fronts this season. And let's be honest, this collapse has divided fans. Some say Liverpool were too slow in the market, leaving things until the last minute. Others believe Palace had every right to hold on to their leader. But what do you think, Reds fans? Was this a huge failure by Liverpool's recruitment team? Or was it simply a case of bad timing and tough luck? And should Liverpool go back in for Guehi in January, when Palace might be more open to negotiations? At the end of the day, the market. Guehi transfer saga is a perfect reminder that football is as much about timing as it is about money. Liverpool had the fee agreed, the player was ready, and the paperwork was in place. But without Palace securing a replacement, the deal collapsed. 4. Oliver Glasner, he got his wish. Marc Guehi stays at Selhurst Park. For Liverpool, it's back to the drawing board. And for fans, it's yet another roller coaster of emotions during a transfer window